Happy Thursday. We are so excited to be able to hear from Hannah today. So I'm going to quickly go over some recognition and welcome some new coaches, celebrate some coaches for hitting big milestones in their business. But we want to talk to you about a flash sale that is happening next week. Reach out to your Diamond Upline. Rachel is putting this together for us, and anybody is welcome to add your people too. So it'll be giveaways, whether it be gift cards, whatever, for signing up and joining us. And then everything is bundled, $20 off this month, discounted. So it'll just be a great incentive for you to invite anybody that's ghosted you, told you no, or just has had interest but hasn't joined in the past. So also Off the Wall is launching, is it Monday or Tuesday? Monday. Yeah. And so if somebody already purchased 9-week Control Freak, they will just instantly get access to it. If somebody is purchasing the new 9-week Control Freak, the challenge pack, they're going to get a 9-week Control Freak and Off the Wall. If somebody, the only time that you would offer the Off the Wall option is if somebody already doesn't have 9-week Control Freak and doesn't have a place to put the 9-week or the control track on a door, or if maybe they're renting and they can't, put that into a wall. So what the 9-week Control Freak Off the Wall options are, you can either just unlock it for $50. You don't need equipment, so that's great. If they already have Beachbody On Demand, you will get it free with a month of Shakeology or the Performance Line. So it's $130 that completion pack, or it's $160 for the Year of Bod, the Shakeology, the meal plans, and the Off the Wall. So that $160 package is already $160. This Off the Wall is discounted. So it's kind of a no-brainer that if they don't have if they are getting the All Access, they're not doing the 9-week Control Freak, definitely set them off with the Off the Wall. So at least they get that extra there. So I think that's all for recognition. I'm ignoring the chat because y'all know I cannot do two things. So if there's anything else I need to address, just let me know. Let me share my screen. And then somebody tell me, I'm going to have Hannah share her screen when it's her time, and I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to make you the host every week. I don't know why this is an issue. I'm so sorry. Okay, look at that pretty little Hannah. All right, so she's going to be hosting on her new leader conference takeaways. Her and Casey were there virtually, and Hannah was actually invited to be a moderator, which was so cool. She got to be in extra settings, with the rehearsals for our top coaches that were presenting, and really just got to work closely with corporate and with, Moira, a top coach in our company. So it was such an honor for both of them, and such a great opportunity for Hannah too. So I can't wait to hear from her. She's been already put this together, a great little slideshow. Can't wait. So speaking of Hannah and her team challenge champions, this is Kristen's new coach, Amanda. Welcome, Amanda. And I've been a little busy bee this week. So I have 4 new coaches that have joined us. I've got Ariel, I've got Mandy. Oh, okay. It's telling me I can't do this. What's happening? The snaps. Love you, sissy. Marissa, Marcy, and then Team Fit for My Family has her brand new, I can't with you, the brand new Emerald coach. Congratulations, Heidi. She's got a newborn and 3 other kids and is just absolutely killing it. So way to go, Heidi. We're so proud of you. And then, yay, Team Align. Annie is an official success starter. This is huge. And she will be seeing us in St. Louis with her free ticket. She will be in the Let's Get Up test group. Is that which one she is? No. Wallace? Yeah. Okay. Oh, even so exciting. And then, so super, super awesome. What this means, if you don't know what a success starter means, is in their first 6 months as a coach, they have hit Success Club, which means just helping 3 people a month for 3 consecutive months. So way to go, and welcome Desiree to Team Align as well. And for Faithfully Fit, welcome Destiny. We are so excited to see what big things you do. And Courtney is official Success Starter month 1. And sorry, I almost said it wrong. Rachel was like, I'm tell you, but we know it's coming anyways. We're just speaking it into existence already at Success Club 4. I saw in Rachel's team page. That is just incredible. We're so proud of you guys. So I am going to stop my share, and then I believe I need to make Hannah the host, and take it away, Hannah, as soon as I can figure it out. You love me. Okay, more make host. Oh, they've made that easier. Okay.
All right. It is snowing here like crazy and the wind is a blowing. So if I glitch out at any point, unmute and I will, and let me know. I can hardwire my computer real quick. So I am so excited to share with you guys New Leader Conference, what I got from it. Okay, let's see. Host disabled. Okay, it says you disabled screen sharing. Let me get it, girl. But I am really excited to share this with you guys because this was the best training I have ever received. And let me try it again. It still won't let me. So I just cannot wait to share what I got from it. Like I really got a lot and I was so excited to get this information. Okay. One second.
Okay, I made you a host. What else do I need to do? I need to get my life together every week. I can't figure this out. I'm so sorry. Okay.
It says Heather's the host.
Heather, rude.
So rude.
Well, I made Hannah and Heather, maybe? Did I do that? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to reclaim the host. I'm so sorry. Anybody can be a coach if you're watching this recording, okay?
And change some things too. So.
Oh yeah, it's changed. Make host, allowed to record, allowed to multi-pin. Well, let me just make the host and see if that works.
Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see if that will. I got it. Okay, so here we go. Everybody can see this well? Let me put this down. Okay, so if I've had a really rough week if you watched my story. So if anything on here is misspelled, don't come for me, okay? So we are rolling with this. Like I said, this was the best conference I've ever been to. And so if you haven't been to New Leader Conference, get your booties there. You just have to be 1 star. It does not matter if you've been in this business this year, 4 years, whatever. You just have to be at least 1 star and you qualify for this conference 1 time. So hopefully it will be in person next year. But I wanted to share my key takeaways, and I'm first going to start out with Carl's top 10 tips. Now, Casey did her team call on Monday going over these 10 tips more in depth. I'm just going to kind of touch on them because I think they're really, really important. But the first one is work harder. So work harder than you ask anyone else to work, which means that if you're telling your team hit Success Club, you need to be hitting Success Club, and not just Success Club 5, but Success Club 10. If you're telling your team, send invites, follow up, you need to be having those conversations yourself and working harder yourself. So the leader always leads from the front. So make sure you're that leader leading your team. The second one is communicate. Share your goals with your team. That way your team knows exactly what you are going towards and the goals that you have set for your team so that they can know what participation that they can put into the team to hit those goals with you. And then you guys get to celebrate that. We got to celebrate Challenge Champions hitting Premiere 2021, and that was so much fun. We got to get on Zoom together and go over goals and just share that victory with each other because we all put that work into hitting Premiere. And then motivate. So find out your team's why. So the people on your team, find out what their why is, like really what their why is. And their why is going to change over time. So is it going to be, recognition? Is that their why? Community? Is it income? That way you can help them when things start, getting bumpy, to help motivate them again by saying like, hey, remember when you wanted to make $1,000 a week, well, this is what you need to do. So finding that why to help motivate them, and then organize. This one's huge. And again, know your team, know your customers, what they've ordered, what your team, their goals, their whys, and have a system. That is huge, so that you can then stay organized with your coaches and your clients and your all around business. And then confidence. So take action even when you are filled with fear. This is so true. Confidence does not come naturally to a lot of people. When I first started this business, I was so not confident. But I said this in New Leader Conference. I got to share this with the people, that the scariest things I have done have given me the most success. So just take that in for a second. The scariest things I've done that have filled me with the most fear, literally shaking, have brought me the most success. So if you are scared to invite, do it because that's going to bring you the best success. And Carl said, if you're not scared to do something, you need to find what does make you scared or fill you with fear and do that. So that confidence is going to grow over time, and it's like a muscle that you are going to be building and flexing as you go on with this business. The next thing is analyze. So learn from your actions and fix what doesn't work. If something's not working and you're doing the same thing over and over again and you're not hitting Success Club, people aren't joining you, fix it. Find something else. Fix your scripts. Fix how many more invites you need to invite or send. Fix whatever is not working. So always analyze, like, am I hitting the success I want to hit? Well, then something needs to change. All right, so I got my little list here. Creativity. So do something of your own. I think of this as like Lindsay Matway. She was the first coach to make these recognition boards and to shout out her coaches for hitting emerald and diamond. That was never done before. People didn't do that. But she wanted to motivate her team. So she started creating these boards to help motivate them, to help give them that confidence. So do something creative that is your own, or some different ways that you can help your team with creativity. And then positivity. Don't dwell on things that are wrong. So things that are wrong or that you feel you're not doing the best, don't dwell on it. Just change it up, fix it, just like the analyze, change it to where you can be positive. I want to ask you right now, do you play the blame game or do you play the winning game? If you are sitting here right now and you have thought one time, if I was on a different team, I would be so much more successful. If I had a different coach, I would be so much more successful. April over there giving her staying face. If you have thought that even one time, you are playing the blame game, and that is huge. That is why you are where you are. It has absolutely no relevance what team you're on, who your coach is, because you are 100% in control of your business. I want to go back to Lindsay Matway. She is the top earner of Beachbody, and she has no upline. She did not she wasn't given all these systems and things to do. She figured it out. She created these systems and things to make her team where it is. And that's what entrepreneurs do. They don't sit there and blame other people. CEOs don't sit there and blame. They fix it, get it done, make money, and help as many people as they can help. So I want you to stay positive. If you are thinking things are hard, if you're thinking this isn't for me, then it's not. It's going to be hard and it's not for you. But if you sit there and think, I've got this and I'm going to do whatever I can do to become successful. I'm not going to wait on this person or this person. I'm going to do it. I'm taking full control of my business. So stay positive and keep those positive thoughts in your mind. And I bet you will see a lot more success come in your business. All right, expertise. So Carly even said, like, this one's kind of complicated because right off the bat, we are not going to be experts, but you do need to do your homework. So if you're sitting here right now and you're thinking Shakeology is a bag of protein shake, wrong. You need to do some homework. You need to figure out exactly what is in Shakeology and the benefits of it. Right now, our coach online office has so many good resources for our supplements and Shakeology. They redid all the videos in there, especially for Shakeology, so that you can have your expertise. And when somebody's like, I just want Beachbody on demand, you can say, well, Carol, you told me you want to lose 50 pounds, but if you only do the exercises, you will not hit those goals that you were wanting to hit. I want to set you up with the best success. So with the challenge pack, you not only get those workouts, but you're also going to get 2 of our meal plans that you can follow, or meal programs that you can follow, and Shakeology, which is filled with 30 different superfoods, vitamins, minerals, helps curb cravings, and keeps you fuller longer. So you can explain that it's not a protein shake and there's nothing else out there, and it's a way better value to get the challenge package. So having that expertise in your back pocket is so valuable. So do your homework. Don't wait for somebody to send something to you. And, we have so many resources out there that you can find those things that you aren't quite sure about. There's also the Coach FAQ that is huge with knowing exactly what ingredients are and everything like that. And then number 10, feedback. Give your team feedback on what they are doing. So if their social media needs a little bit of help, tell them, just say like, hey girl, you're kind of posting the same stuff. Why don't you switch it up with this or that? So give them some feedback so that they can be, better leaders, help their clients and coaches. And then the last thing he left us with was never stop asking questions. So when you send an invite and let's say somebody likes your before and after picture, or you have put a coach invite post up or a challenge group invite up, and some people are liking it, and those are the people that you're going to invite to your challenge group, everybody that liked that before and after transformation picture. And you say, hey Carol, I would love for you to join my challenge group this month. Would you be interested? Or you can even say, thank you for liking my picture. I would love for you to join my challenge group. Would you want to join? Something like that. And they say, no, thank you. Do you just say, okay, well, I'm here if you ever change your mind? Or do you keep asking questions? Carl said this is the golden rule, and he highly suggests to always keep asking questions. So ask them, well, Carol, what about my before and after picture did you like? And do you have any health and fitness goals that you're trying to get to? Because they liked that picture for a reason. And then Carol might say, yeah, actually, I want to lose 30 pounds. And then you want to know, what do they want? Why did they like that picture? And then why did they want it? Oh, that's awesome, Carol. Like, you want to lose 30 pounds. Why? Why are you wanting to lose that? And they could say, I want to just feel more confident and do things with my kids. Well, Carol, you told me that you want to lose 30 pounds because you want to feel better and you want to do more things with your kids. What obstacles are standing in your way? So always keep going with those questions until they stop replying back, or they block you. Just keep asking questions, because that's where it leads. So that was Carl's top 10 tips. And again, you can go watch Casey's training on Monday that she posted in Beautifully Made. She went more in detail with these. So my top takeaways is more like one takeaway. Well, I mean, it's all kind of rolled into one. So that is systems. I heard this word every single training I was in. By the end of the conference, I was like, I swear, if I hear systems one more time, I'm going to scream. But this is what I needed to hear. Moira Kusaba, top coach in the network right now, said you are only as good as your system. And this hit me like a ton of bricks. I have felt almost like stuck, like I can get to a certain point, but then I'm just kind of stuck. And it's because I don't have systems set in place for clients and coaches. And that is kind of where I'm being stuck at. And all of these coaches have created systems, and they're basically pretty much the same, just tweaked to their own things so that they can pass those down. So Moira said that she would open her computer and every day, and she felt like whack-a-mole. Like, okay, I'll answer emails. I will, send invites. I will reach out to my team. And it was like whack-a-mole. And I literally feel like that every day. I'm like this, ding, 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 ding. And at the end of the day, I'm like, my head's spinning. And it's because I don't have clear cut systems. So I hope that tonight, me sharing this, you get something out of it to where you can have systems to where you aren't burnt out, that you do know what you're doing and you have that confidence. Basically, all the things that Carl talked about in his top 10 tips, I feel like systems are key for this. Okay, so the first part of your system is planning. On Sundays or the day that works for you, take 20 minutes to plan out your week and your overall month. So at the end of the month, start planning out your next month. But then on Sundays, make it more detailed. So if you're finding that your workout is hard to get in, you just don't have enough time in the day and you're not getting that workout in, that is number one. We need to be taking care of ourselves with our nutrition and our workout. Schedule that workout on Sunday. I want you to put your workout in the time that you will be doing that workout. Schedule it like a doctor's appointment. You wouldn't miss a doctor's appointment, so don't miss your workout. Make sure you schedule that time if you are finding that you're not getting that in. What time will you do your daily power hour? If you are finding that you are not getting that power hour in because you're just so busy, you need to be planning it. So if you want to put, every day that 1 hour of time in, schedule it. Or if you want to break it up, maybe 30 minutes, you're going to wake up earlier to get that 30-minute power hour in and then stay up 30 minutes later after you put the kids to bed. That has to be scheduled. This is a job. You wouldn't not show up to work. So why are you not showing up to your own power hours? So schedule those and make them just like you would have your normal work schedule. Your challenge group content. I like doing this on Sundays. I get all my content put in scheduled for the week in my group so that I don't have to worry about it throughout the week. It's already scheduled and will show up. And and that's one less thing I have to do through the week because I've already done it all on Sunday. Social media posts. If you are finding that you're not getting your social media posts done, schedule them. So on Monday, I'm going to talk about this. You can even on Sunday or Saturday, whatever day you have, take your pictures, your content for that picture, and have it ready so that on Monday, it's all ready to go. On Tuesday, it's ready to go. And you know exactly what you're going to be talking about. So that on that day, you're not like, oh, I don't even know what to talk about. I'm just not going to do it. Forget it. Right? Because that's part of what we need to be doing. And then training calls. These are so important to schedule. The first and third Thursday are important. It's just like if you had a work meeting. These training calls are to help you level up your business and give you good tips to make your business successful. And if you don't show up to them or watch the recordings or watch National Wake Up Call, or even if you need training on a certain thing, there are so many trainings on YouTube for literally everything. So schedule in that hour on Thursdays or on a different day if you want more training, to sit down and say, oh, today I need to do my training videos to watch those. And then running a coaching sneak peek. You should be running a coaching sneak peek every single month, whether your coach is doing one or not. Again, this is your business. So doing a coach sneak peek every single month should be on your calendar, exactly when you're going to be talking about the sneak peek, when the sneak peek will start, when the sneak peek will end, and then running a coaching mentorship. So again, even if your coach isn't running one, you need to take charge of it and run one yourself. Even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, still do it because you will get better over time. So have that planned out. Hitting Success Club 10, not 5, but 10. Moira said that she started making it a goal to hit Success Club 10 by the 10th. So on the 10th, she was determined to hit Success Club 10 so that the next 2 months she could focus on sneak peeks and mentorship. Our girl, April, she is leading from the front. She already has 8 Success Club points. So I have no doubt, homegirl, oh, she got 10. Okay, Success Club 10 by 5. Okay, we see you. But doesn't that makes you want to fire up because you see that leadership and you're like, come on, let's go, let's do it. So I definitely want to make it Success Club 10 by the 10th of the month, because then also you're not like scrambling around at the end of the month. You can be focusing on mentoring coaches because that's where the residual income comes from. So those are great tips that for planning your week/month. All right. So The best system to work our business, I'm taking it to basics. It's the business activity tracker. Beachbody literally gives us this, and this is gold, you guys. So every day, wake up and clock into work. This right here is clocking into work. Checking off all boxes is key to following the system of how it's written. If you pick and choose from the system, you won't get the results that have been shown to work. So, top coaches follow this Success Club tracker, every single one. They may even tweak their own to put other things in there so that they can level up their business. But you can't be picking and choosing out of this what you want to do. So if you only like picking the things that we don't want to do, like let's say you do your workout, your Shakeology, you might post a couple things here and there in your stories, contribute to your challenge group, but you don't want to send invites, you don't want to talk in your clips, you don't want to do follow-ups, you're picking and choosing from the system, and you're not going to have the results that have been shown to work. If you do this tracker, it is shown to work. So you would need to do the full system, not pick and choose, because it's not going to give you the results you want. Carrie Schneider said it's all about numbers, and it's like that for every single business. So if you really need to be tracking how many invites does it take to get one yes. Let's say it takes you around average about 10 invites to get one yes. You want to hit Success Club 5, you need to be sending out 30 invites a month. Okay, maybe it's 20 invites to get one yes. You need to be sending out 60 invites, and that's just for Success Club 5. So that just gives you a little bit of numbers to be getting the numbers you want for people to be joining your challenge group. You're going to get a whole lot of no's before you get one yes, but that's okay, because when you're getting those no's, there is a yes that is there. So just think, what if your coach never messaged you? You wouldn't be here, and think of what it's done for you. So it's all in the numbers. Get yourself results and help others get results, both in their health journey and their coaching journey. So we want to get people the best results, which they need to be doing the full plan of the nutrition side of it and the workouts. And then once they get those results, we want to have them come to one of our sneak peeks so that they want to share that with others. And that is going to grow your team and just ripple effect down, and also give, you the best success for your business. Okay, so here is another system, a welcome email for your new clients. Do you send out welcome emails to your clients? This is not something I do, and I need to make a system for this. So I just send like an overall email, just like, I do send them an email, but it's just basically like, here, this is what you will want to do. Here's a challenge group. But there are things that you can do to make it a welcome email, kind of with like this in this example. And you can buy them from like the format for it on Etsy. There's so many different things. If you don't know how to do it, you can find on YouTube how to send out emails like this. There are even links that you can put in there. So there is now a brand new BOD tutorial, which shout out Melissa, Heather, and I are in. Whoop, whoop. So you can put that link there for them to watch that. And it literally breaks down BOD and the nutrition programs and everything that they need to do to get started. So it's very simple. You put that in there. You can put the link to your challenge group or to your BOD group. You can also put in Shakeology, a link for Shakeology recipes. So literally everything is right there in your welcome email. So create a step-by-step system for your clients and discount coaches. So it's very easy for them to just have this email and click into it and know exactly what to do. But then also have a system for yourself to keep track of them and check in on them outside of the challenge group. So make sure that you are checking in on them, especially in the beginning, because so many times they don't even open their package. It's like, come on, girl, we want to see your first sweaty selfie. So let me see that on Friday. Really check in with them. And then, if they're still not doing it, you can't force somebody to push play. You can't force somebody to eat healthy. So, but in the beginning, especially, check in with them and keep a track of like, okay, it's the next week. I need to check on these 4 people that joined me last week. So there's a little tip on a system for clients. So this one for me is really big, a system for your new coaches. So an onboarding process. April has one in Beautifully Made. I think it's called like University. I don't know the exact name, but you can search it. But if you are wanting something of your own, you can create a step-by-step system for your new coaches and that same system for them to pass down to their future coaches. So yes, that training is very great. But I want to create something that has more of where I can follow through and be like, okay, well, I know it has this, 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 and I know I need to check in on them for this, this, this. And I'm going to kind of go into that in the next slides. But for the onboarding process, goals and first tasks as a coach. So you want to share that with them. A new coach mentorship, key for this, and a diamond push group. So Nicolette Anderson gave amazing tips for new coaches, onboarding process, things like that. So for her brand new coaches, she helps them set up 5 posts. So their first 5 posts for a new coach. And, I thought, oh my gosh, hello, like, why didn't I think of that? Like so many times, how many times do you have a coach that joins you and they post like their new coach post and maybe one other post, but then that's it. And you're like, well, you got to keep posting. Here's some things. Help set them up with the first 5 posts and have them send it to you. Like, I want to see your first 5 posts so that you can, go over it, help them out with anything that you think they should add or maybe take out. That way it's setting them up for those first 5 posts, and then it doesn't seem so like overwhelming. So on Monday, this is how Nicolette Anderson does hers for her new coaches. She wants them to do the coach announcement post. It's 4 paragraphs, and she breaks it down into these 4. So the first paragraph, leading with their why. Why did they do this? And then number 2, what they are excited about. What are they excited about? Did they get some results? Are they feeling healthy? What can people join? Are they having a challenge group? Is this, challenge group or coaching? And then a call to action, meaning message me if you would like more information, something for their call to action. So that's what the new coach post should be about. Then on Tuesday, she wants them to do a vulnerable pain point post. Then Wednesday, a workout behind the scenes post. Thursday, a recipe or nutritional tip. And Friday, I bet you didn't know. Now you can change these up to whatever you like, maybe your own Monday through Friday schedule of what you like. But I just thought these were really great to really start the new coaches out with 5 posts for them to post right away. So they don't post a couple things and then it's like, girlfriend, where'd you go? But always find their why. And what would this business do for them and their family? So when you hit diamond, that's 12 people. What would $800 extra do for their family? So when you break it down and really truly find their why, sometimes it's like, well, and I kind of talked about this before, but is it because they want to help people? So many people say that. Well, I want to help people. Well, it has to be a little bit deeper because on those hard days where you don't want to show up to work, meaning this job, just helping people isn't a big enough why. Well, maybe it's recognition, right? So I want to be recognized for hitting diamond or 1 star. On those tough days and when life gets really hard personally, those recognitions aren't going to mean jack squat. And so you're not going to show up on those hard days, but it might be income for their family. What would this do for your family? I know for me, it's evolved. It has evolved within these past couple of years. Now I want to pay off my house in 5 years. So when I don't want to show up and work my business and get to emails and invite and all of that, I think, man, what will this do when my house is paid off? My husband doesn't have to feel like he needs to work overtime, and we can get an RV and travel the whole United States. Like, that's what I think of. That's what gets my feet on the floor, fire under my booty, and work. So really finding their why and also your why as well. All right, so this is, again, Nicolette Anderson's mentorship phases. So she runs her mentorship in 4 phases. Each phase is 1 week long. So the first week, she sets them up with business basics and setup. The first thing she does is helps them set up their EFT, so their direct deposit, and their share cards. She shows them how to get a share card ready so that when they have somebody ready, they already know how to set up their share card. Number two, importance of their coach announcement post. So she goes over that again, like, hey, you need to make sure you do your new coach post. Number three, script samples. And she has all of this in a PDF with challenge pack graphics. So it's very simple for them to go there. And that way she doesn't need to be available all the time for her coaches when they don't have a script that they don't really know how to say. And over time, you find your own verbiage and way to talk to people. But that is what she does, is have these script samples. And then number four, how and why Emerald Coach in their first week. And she helps set their goals. Like, she helps set their goals, because with new coaches, you don't really know what goals you need to hit. So she sets that up for them. But this kind of shows, like, when they do this, she's like, okay, they're serious about their business. And then they go on to phase two. So now they're in the second week, and it's creating daily routine. So number one, she goes over a guided power hour with them, because we know how important those power hours are. That is us working our business. So she goes over what a power hour is, and she guides them through it. She also does a screen recorded power hour video. So she has a screen recorded video of her working her business in 1 hour and shows them exactly what she is doing so that they can duplicate that and say, okay, well, she sent this many invites. Guess what? I need to send this many invites too, because I want to be just as successful as she is. Number three, she facilitates discussion topics. So how many invites are you sending out? How many follow-ups are you sending out? Who are you following? She kind of facilitates these discussion topics so that she knows exactly what her coaches are doing, and she will have them screenshot everything and send it to her. And then she discusses and tweaks schedules. So if they're saying, I just don't have time to post, she's like, girl, let's make some time. And she figures out with them the best time to tweak that schedule, because we all have time to run this business, whether you have a full-time business, you have 20 kids, you can make time for this business if you truly want it. And then number five, she discusses any difficulties. This business will come across difficulties. And so she discusses that with them. So they're not like, oh, I just got 20 no's and da 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 da. Like, we know that's going to happen, but that is just part of the numbers, right? So that Carrie said, it's all about numbers. So she discusses that with them. Then in phase three, so the third week, she talks social media support. She does social media tips and tricks. So she has like another PDF, and all her stuff isn't really videos that she created herself. It's more like stuff she took from YouTube that other coaches have already created, and or like social media tips, like how to put presets onto your photos. She just grabs those already done videos and puts them in a PDF for her coaches to just click on. So if you just take a little bit of time to create these systems, it's not like you have to create full video content. It's just finding those videos so they're all in one spot for your coaches. And then number two, she does a quick reference resource guide, kind of the same thing. It's a PDF of exactly what they need to do for social media, stories, that kind of thing. And then number three, she does social media audits. So she will go to her coaches' pages and say, hey, I love that you posted this. She will praise them on things that are great, but she will also critique them on things that they need to be working on. If they're not in their stories talking, if they're not posting workout clips, if they're not showing any of the products, she will tell them, like, you need to be showing more of this. You need to be posting more of this. So she does these social media audits. And then again, number four, she facilitates discussion topics. So she wants to see how many invites are you sending out, follow-ups, send me your screenshots. I want to see your conversations, and let's tweak some things if it's not working. And then the fourth week, mindset, the importance of consistency, because we all know that this business is so much of mindset. So number one, focus on mindset for longevity, because so many coaches come in here and they think, I'm going to make so much money and this is going to be great. And then they get into the hard part of it and they're like, peace out. And man, if only they could have stayed, one more year in and put that grit and action in, they could they could have so much financial freedom, but they gave up too soon. So that's why mindset and personal development is key. So then number 2, talk about PD books and share takeaways. So making sure that every one of her coaches is doing some kind of personal development, and then they share together in their group what takeaways they got from that PD. And then she shares a PD resource guide for overcoming objections, because we get objections all the time, but there's always a way to overcome that. Just like I said with Carl's always ask questions, somebody could just say like, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Okay, but you can overcome that. I showed you 3 different ways to overcome those objections and to keep asking questions. And then number 4, once all of this is done, she will see who her go-getters are. So the ones that are participating in the group, she pulls those out and creates a message pod for those go-getters. So, there's going to be coaches that are in there that aren't even going to do the first week, right? Like we've all been there. And this is before she even gets on a one-on-one call with them, because she wants our time is valuable. So she doesn't want to get on these one-on-one calls for them to not even do a new coach post. So she waits till phase 4 to even get on that one-on-one call with them, because those are the people she wants to work with. And still work with the other ones, but on their own time, because they didn't do all 4 phases. And that leads me to my next thing. And man, I needed to see this. So distributing your time to your coaches based off of what they are putting in an experience. So for me, man, last year I went so hard and I was spending time with so many coaches, but they weren't putting in the work. They were saying they wanted to, but they weren't putting in the work. And I was getting on calls with them and doing this. And it was like, I felt like I was dragging so many coaches. And then I felt bad because I was like, am I giving enough time to this person, this person? Well, when you're not hitting Success Club and not showing up on your social media, no, we shouldn't feel bad, right? So this is what corporate shared with us on how we should be distributing our time. Now you can do this however you want, but this is what they feel is the best. So 60% of your time should go to new or inexperienced coaches, right? Because they're brand new, they don't know anything about anything. So we want to give 60% to them. Then experienced coaches, they should already know systems, they should already have, figured out things that they weren't really sure about, so many different resources that are available. They're experienced, they get 20%. And again, these are ones that are showing up. So 80% of your time should be going to these coaches. So then the other 20% is 10% to country club coaches. These coaches are the ones that join the country club just because they want community, but they're not truly doing the things. They're only inviting maybe one person a month or something. Guess what? They get 10% of your time, and you should not feel bad about that because they're not showing up for their business. So why would you be showing up for theirs? You don't run their business, they do. So 10% of your time just checking in on them is like, hey girl, you're doing great in the challenge group. Then 10% of inconsistent coaches. So these are coaches that may post here and there, may show up in their stories here and there, may post one thing in their stories. These are inconsistent coaches that get 10% of your time. They aren't hitting Success Club. They aren't putting in the work. So again, you should not feel bad that you aren't getting on one-on-one calls with them when they aren't doing the work. But if they are, and they're like the experienced coaches, you could give more time to them as well, especially if they're hitting Success Club. That they're putting in the work to get there. So that's 20% of your time. So this really helped me look and see like, okay, well, I don't need to feel bad if this person isn't showing up. One time last year, I had to message a coach so many times like, hey, your account is going to go inactive next week. I just wanted to let you know you need at least 50 PV. And it was like by the 4th time, I was like, I am not going to message her anymore about her active account. Because if you are truly in this business, and this was somebody who told me she wanted to be a working coach. But she wasn't even holding her active status. So I will never do that again. Maybe the first time, like, hey, just to let maybe they forgot, or maybe they had a return and they need to fill out that form. But I will never do that again, because if they are here and they're serious, they're going to make sure that they're active and they have that 50 PV. So just think of it that way, because your time is valuable. And Moira said, like, her business comes first. So like her own personal workout, all that, her emails, her new clients, and then her coaches. And this is about, how she gives her time to those coaches as well. All right, so we're gonna jump to another coach, Holly Hillier. She's number 2 in the network. So she does a great job at creating a diamond culture. Okay, so she shared with us that she went from helping one diamond coach, like hit diamond, and a struggling elite team, to helping the next year 31 diamonds hit diamond. You know what I mean? Like, that's from going from 1 to 31. That is huge. And she said this is what helped her business. So she created a system to support a diamond culture. So the benchmarks of, she tells her coaches when they first start, this is the benchmarks of success for my business building coaches. This is what I expect. I expect Success Club 10 every month, non-negotiable. She doesn't say Success Club 5, she says Success Club 10, because you guys, it is 5 people. Again, remembering the numbers. So that should help you with how many invites you should be sending a month to be hitting Success Club 10. But she tells them right off the bat, Success Club 10 every month. Emerald in 30 days, diamond in 90 days. She does not say diamond is hard, get there when you can, 6 months. She says 90 days, diamond. She doesn't. So like, when you're a brand new coach, you don't know the difference between this. She's like, it's 12 people. We know way more than 12 people. So she just breaks it down super simple for her brand new coaches. She said this is key to her diamond culture, is creating quarterly push to diamond groups. Now, I have been in diamond groups, push to diamond groups, and they kind of fall flat. But man, she like goes for it. Okay. Like, she said, these are key to her business. The only requirement is you must be an emerald to join these quarterly push groups. And on Monday, this is her posting schedule. On Monday, she posts the national wake up call. You need to be watching that national wake up call. Every single coach that's on there has been picked by corporate for a reason. Okay. So like, they're giving you their best tips on why they're successful. Tuesdays and Thursdays, she and another top leader will go live and give tactical trainings. So some kind of training, it doesn't have to be long, just a tactical training of something that they feel that the group needs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays and Fridays, they do a call to action based on the prior training days. So like the day prior, whatever they gave a live on, they will do a call to action. So maybe it was about reels, and then they'll say, okay, we want to make sure every single one of you does a reel on Wednesday, and we're going to check it. And they stay on top of them. Like, okay, you did not post a reel, and they'll call them out too. But that just helps keep them motivated and on track. And then Friday, every single one of them needs to post their diamond roadmap. So where they are, because every Thursday it's going to change a little bit depending on if somebody canceled or didn't order, whatever. They want to see the diamond roadmaps. And then they do a weekly live Q&A call. That way they can do it in a group setting. Just like April said, like, does anybody have any questions? Like, if you have questions, I want you to unmute yourself after this and say, I am struggling with this. We all struggle. April struggles, I struggle, Rachel struggles. We all struggle with something, and we are here to help you. So please always feel like you can ask questions, because we have answers. And if we don't have answers, we will get you the answers, okay? And these quarterly push groups, they are 4 weeks long. So this is her timeline for it. So in week 1, they talk about branding and social media, because you guys, we're not talking about beach body. We brand ourselves, right? So like, my branding is like obviously losing weight. I lost weight. I could literally be selling seaweed and saying that's what I lost my weight on, and people will join me. They don't join me because of Beachbody. They join me because I built a brand. And so many of the top coaches have built brands, like Ashley Molstead. She built her brand based off of body positive. Not, you don't need to lose weight to feel good about yourself. And people love that. That is her brand. Again, she could be selling anything, a sucker, and people would join her. So that's what you really need to be focusing on and sharing is branding and social media. Week 2, inviting. So she goes over inviting, and they, again, kind of like Nicolette Anderson, she wants to see how are you talking to people? Send me screenshots. I want to see your conversations. Week 3, they talk about recruiting because we know, I said this before, that clients and discount coaches are just going to give you commission, but the residual income, the stuff you make good money on, comes from your team. So recruiting is every single month. And then week 4, a strategized look at your downline. So really look at your downline and see where you need to be placing people to be making the most income in your business. So, I did not set up my business correctly in the beginning. Kevin's on my strong leg. Same with April. Her husband's on her strong leg. So I am losing out on money because Kevin's on my strong leg. My second business center is on my strong leg, but I've just had to do more work to equal it out so that my weak leg isn't very weak, like it is strong. But still, looking at your downline and, or looking at your coach's downline and seeing exactly where they need to be placing people, because they're not going to know about Team Cycle Bonus. And, they're not going to know, oh, well, if I would have put Sarah on my right leg this week, I could have cycled one more time. So really showing them, where they need to be placing coaches right from the beginning. So that's in week 4, she does that with her coaches. And then she tells them right off the bat, she does not celebrate the heck out of Diamond. She tells them Diamond is a starting point. It is to propel you to 2-star. 2 stars when you get celebrated and you get the good stuff. Okay, honey? Like that's when you get the good gifts. 2-star, not Diamond, because we know that Diamond does not make you rich. It is literally the starting point. It does propel you. So you do want to get to Diamond, absolutely, in 90 days, but it propels you to 2-star. Because you get that second business center and you can put it underneath your spouse, and you're funneling 3 different Team Cycle bonuses, and you're funneling up to your main account. And that might sound, if you're a new coach, like, what is she talking about? That's okay. Just know, get to 2-star, okay? Because that's when you get to open up a second business center, and income really comes up for that. And that too is when you can not take the pedal off the metal, or however that is. But like I went through a rough time in October, and I didn't work all of October and November, but I was still making the same amount of money. And that felt really good. Like, wow, what other business can you not work for 2 months, but you are still getting paid the same amount of money? But that's because I built my business that way. And you can too. So she talked about recognition. So recognize every time someone hits Diamond. So in this group that she has, roadmap to, or her Diamond push groups, she has these Diamond recognition boards, and she posts it every time somebody hits Diamond, so that these coaches on this Diamond board are seeing their face on the Diamond board every time somebody else hits Diamond. They're like, oh, there I am next to my husband. They get so excited. So we want to recognize that every time the Diamond chart is posted, it shows the coaches on there that they are being celebrated. So, I love being celebrated. I know so many on our team love being celebrated, especially because if you're hitting these ranks and goals, you've put in hard work. So yeah, we're going to celebrate you. And then she also post a road to elite roadmap, so they can see, okay, what do we need to do for our team to hit elite? Because it helps show coaches that Diamond is only 12 people and how close our team is to hitting elite. And it is a team effort. So it can help you, like, okay, I only need this person, and we're going into 5-star qualifications. And it just helps create that diamond culture in team culture, because you all are pushing together for that. All right. So, do you have a system? I don't have systems in certain things. In some things I do, basic things I would say, like inviting and all of that, got that down. But I don't have systems in certain areas. So if you currently do not have these systems, create them. Create them. Do what it takes to create it. Take some time and create a system. If you already have a system, evaluate it. Are they working and creating duplication? Have you been popping diamonds with your system? If not, maybe evaluate that and how you can change it up a little bit. I will say that, like, every single coach that I hear from has created a system, and they didn't have their coach create it. They created it, they passed it down, and then maybe 3 levels deep, they create something different, and it just evolves. So I really want to just encourage you guys to create a system. I was supposed to start Monday on creating my system. But again, if you've watched my stories, my son tested positive for COVID, and my stepdad is very sick with COVID in the hospital. So that got kind of kibosh, but I'm not going to let my fire die from that. And I will be creating my system, and it's going to be videos that I'm going to create. So it's very simple for my new coaches coming in, to where they can just click on things, and it will be kind of at their own pace, and it will show me on that phase 4 who's running with me and who I will be spending my time with and who I will be getting on those one-on-one calls, so that I can balance my time from my family first, and then my business. And that system is going to help me so much. And I wanted to help you guys too. But all of this information is literally nothing if you don't create action. So you can have as many systems as you want, but it's going to be nothing if you don't create action. So you still have to put action into every single training you hear. Action. Okay. So this is the last thing that I am going to share with you guys. This is Barb, and she is amazing. Oh my gosh, she was our keynote speaker. She is an author and social business innovator. I'm not going to go too much into depth of who she is, but or what she's done. But I want you guys to get this book. It's the 7 Virtues of a Philosopher Queen. It's a best-selling book. She is amazing. Like, we got to hear her speak, and just gave some really great tips, the 7 virtues. I want you guys to look those up. I want you to get the book. I want you to read it and see what those 7 virtues are and live by them. And then, so she's this author for that, but she also has this very successful business, the 7 Virtues Perfume. It is a company that sources organic, fair trade essential oils from countries experiencing turmoil. So she was on the Canadian show Dragon's Den. Where's my Canadians at? Whoop, whoop. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. It's equivalent to what it is here, Shark Tank. So Kevin O'Leary was on there, and they told her no to her perfume, her 7 Virtues perfume. Kevin told her she's crazy, like, not going to go anywhere. Did she let that stop her? No, she was on national TV and people were telling her no. So you're going to let one no from somebody on social media that you literally don't have to talk to ever again stop you? She went to Sephora 4 times and pitched her perfume, and she was told by no 4 times by Sephora. Did she let that stop her? She said, no, ma'am, I'm going to keep going after them. Guess what? The 5th time they said yes. She's exclusively in Sephora, making bank off of her 7 Virtues perfume. So that just goes to show you that it takes at least 5 no's or 4 no's to get a yes, or 5, however many no's, and that's the same company. It's not like she went to multiple companies. It was the same company. And so, you might ask somebody who you think would be a great coach, hey, you would be a great coach. Do you want to join my sneak peek? They may say no to you 10 times, but on the 11th time, they might be your next rock star coach. I said no to coaching many a times. And then this is the thing I just love that she said that stuck with me the most. Our beauty is our power and our dignity. It has nothing to do with what you look like, what size you are. It is your power and your dignity. And I want that to sit with you guys. as we wrap up this call, because man, after I got off listening to her, I went to my daughter and I talked to her about that. I said, it's not, because she's so into makeup and so cute with that, playing with that. But I want her to know, like, it doesn't not matter what you look like on the outside. Your beauty is your power and your dignity. And Barb is just amazing. You should find her on Instagram. She actually is sending me her book, and she's sending me the Valentine's Day perfume. I was like, yes, honey, go ahead. Here's my address. So she's an amazing lady. And I just highly suggest looking her up and getting some great things from her. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it. If you guys want to unmute and ask me any questions, like I said, I just got so much out of this training. There's even more, like if I had like 3 more days, you guys, I could keep going. I had to put this down. I didn't want to like talk too much, but man, I could go on and on. There's even more trainings that I didn't touch on, but again, didn't want to take up all your time.
Hannah, that was so amazing. So amazing. Snaps for Hannah. Just the time and effort that you put into this for us is just, it is not lost on us. Like the fact that you have all this stuff going on with your family and you made this a priority, to do slides, to do all of this. You're just absolutely incredible. And I literally took so many notes. I cannot wait to, chat. And, I've got so many great ideas from it. And this is why New Leader Conference is so important, guys. Honestly, like Summit is great. And I love Summit so much, but that was all I knew until the first time I went to New Leader Conference. And I was like, this is next level. You get spoiled. You get to meet so many amazing people. You're just hanging out with like celebrity trainers and Carl, like it's no big deal. And then leadership is just New Leader Conference on crack. So that's 5-star. But first, let's focus on New Leader Conference, definitely getting there. And Hannah, you so well deserved. I'm so proud of you for the amazing nuggets you shared. I think my biggest takeaway was when she was talking about the Nicolette Anderson her system of that 4-week process. And the fact that she's not even getting on a Zoom, because you can provide so much value by just checking in with people and, things like that. You don't need to spend, 45 minutes to an hour of your time with somebody when you can be doing this in a systemized way and still supporting them and making them feel seen and heard. So that she goes through that whole 4 weeks without even doing that Zoom. I thought, wow, that is so incredible. And she's been somebody I've looked up in the business for so long. We used to live in Charlotte together, and just so cool that that all that knowledge shared. So I'm going to stop talking. Does anybody have any questions about anything that was discussed or anything that wasn't discussed that you want to ask Hannah?
Can somebody send me like a message about like the personal development books?
Bother you? Can we go to the knuckle?
Yeah, I love Chelsea's like in the middle of her workout. I hear Autumn talking to you. I will.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I love you.
That foot as hard as you can. So when I say flex your foot.
Yeah, and even though our training was virtual, Beachbody really made it so special. I know you and Rachel went to leadership, and you guys got so much out of it. And same with us. I mean, they sent us a Boxy my hat. Yes, honey. And just like made us feel so good. And then we were in Zoom rooms. So we had that close connection with the people. Oh, do I have to mute her? Hold on.
Workout.
Second.
Another one.
Here we go.
Another one, you don't.
Okay, there we go. So we had that close connection, and that was part of my job too as a coach representative, is to get them to talk and to get them like fired up so that we could have that close connection like we were at New Leader Conference together. And we really did. Like we're in this group on Facebook for the rest of the year, and corporate has people doing lives in there, top coaches. So we're going to continue to get training throughout the year, which is amazing. And we have formed so many friendships from the New Leader Conference that, and teaming up with each other and all of that stuff, creating message pods with each other. So I still got such a great experience. And again, just learning so many good things from these coaches, man, so many things that I was just like, all coaches need to hear this. Like, oh my gosh, this is so good. What, Keyshawn Graves, is that her name? Keyshawn Graves. Oh my gosh, we were all crying. She gave like this power speech. I mean, she's just such an incredible woman. And she gave this power speech. And I was like, oh, I gotta put it together. I gotta talk after this. Like it was, she's just amazing. I was like, every coach needs to hear this. So that's why you guys gotta get to NLC. And it's just 1 star. So again, putting it in your mind, like I will be 1 star by the end of this year. Don't think it's hard, because it will be hard if you think that way. So
Hannah, I have a question for you.
yes.
So first of all, congratulations. The fact that you got there, and Casey, in 1 year is absolutely like, I mean, it's incredible. And leading by example, like you deserve that 100%. And I'm so proud of you. But for those coaches who are sitting here, maybe who aren't even Emerald yet, maybe new coaches that are right where you were, what would you tell them, do you think, was the biggest factor in you making it to NLC in 1 year?
Yeah, so I remember sitting, it was December, now I got my years all mixed up, but I was sitting there and I'm like, why am I not further along? Like, I worked so hard. Like, what is not, almost like analyzing what is broken to where I can fix it. And it was really just, I needed to focus on my challenge group. So before, I'm not a natural born leader. Like I want to follow. And so I was in Heather's challenge group and it was like, you go girl, you go home and post away and I'll just way to go. But no, it was like, I need to step up as a leader and see myself as a leader and stop making the excuse that I'm not a natural born leader and do it. So I created my challenge group. I was so scared. It's just crazy thinking about that. I created my challenge group. I worked hard to get challengers in there so that I could have a rocking challenge group. I didn't even know really what to do in my challenge group. I YouTubed how to have a rocking challenge group and I YouTubed videos and my challenge group rocked. So I did that in January, and by April, I was a premier 2021 coach. So within just 4 months, I had like 3 diamonds pop. I want to say like 10 emeralds, because once I was focusing on my challenge group, they were seeing the culture. They were seeing who we truly are and that we help people. And then I was doing sneak peeks. I started doing these Zooms and sneak peeks. I was doing them on Facebook, on Zooms, anything I could do to show people like, hey, I have something else to offer. Before I was talking so much about my personal journey, right? So like same thing, that's what Moira said is before she would always just talk about her own personal journey. It wasn't until she started talking about the coaching business that it shifted for her. So that was the main thing she started talking about. So I started doing the same thing. I started talking about this coaching opportunity I had. Instead of constantly inviting to my challenge group, I started inviting to a coaching opportunity, because what you talk about is what people are going to want. So if people aren't staying on Shakeology, talk about Shakeology. If people aren't showing up to your coaching sneak peeks, talk about them. So that's the thing that really shifted for me, was what I talked about is what I was attracting. So I started, and I didn't have this big old team. I was like, I am mentoring women, and like, you have to see yourself as that leader before you really are, and that's okay. And so that's what I did. And, I just went from there. But I would just highly suggest to, number one, talk about the things you want. So if you want coaches, talk about that. And level up. I was working from when I woke up to when I went to bed as well. And you don't have to be that extreme, but it's being intentional with your time. So instead of scrolling social media, this was another tip Moira gave. You start out with your IPA. So it's income producing activities. Scrolling social media isn't going to give you income. So she gave really good tips of working your business for those income producing activities. What are those? As they're having the conversations with people, inviting them to your challenge group, inviting them to your coaching opportunity. So that is the switch, is when I was like, I'm gonna do this leader thing and seeing myself as a leader and then talking like a leader.
Thank you. That was perfect.
So good. So good. Snaps. Everyone snaps. That's our thing. Okay. So, anybody else, any questions at all before we wrap it up?
I just want to add, because Mark and I were talking about this and I added in the chat, but so many plans are canceled right now. So many, like, you don't have to say no to meeting with friends to work your business right now. Like, that choice has already been kind of taken off the table for you. And we will never, you know, this was on a recent call, maybe the Empower Squad. We will never be in the same situation where gyms are closed or working at 25% capacity. So this is truly the time to put in the effort, to use that extra time instead of scrolling social media and looking at all the crap that's going on in the world. Be the light. Be the light instead of looking at what is dragging everybody else down. And I will say now more than ever, talk about the fact that you have a platform that is off of social media that will have nothing but positivity and support when they scroll. Because so many people are trying to get off of social media because that's all it is. Like, that is in my info email, that it is a platform off of social media and just things like that. So, you know, when we're talking about these seasons of push, like, this is true. I know we say it's always the time, but this is really the time to put that extra time and stop thinking about all the things that you can't do right now and set yourself up for the freedom when it all opens back up, that you can do what you want to do with the time that you've created. This was fire, Hannah. Thank you. Loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, and she's so right, because man, when COVID and the world shut down in March, I was actually very, very sick, pretty sure I had COVID. And that was my best month. Why? Because we can work our business from our house. Like, we have the opportunity to, you know, work at home. Right now, I'm in quarantine for 2 weeks, but I can work my business. And it's just so great, because I was like, Kevin, you ready to work your coaching business? You know, because he's in quarantine with me. I'm like, let's go, boo. You know, but that's what we're just so lucky and so blessed that this hasn't impacted our businesses. If anything, and analyze again, more diamonds hit this year, I think, than ever before. Like, we have more coaches, I think, than ever before too. Like, before it went down, like, we are a thriving company because we are offering solutions to people, and we get to do this from our house. Like, I literally don't leave the house because I get to do this from my home. And I'm just so incredibly blessed. And each one of us are. It's just, you need to put time into this. Like, if you don't put time into it, like, you're not going to get results. It's like any business. If you opened up a shop on the side of the road and never showed up, you're not going to have a thriving business. If you only do a couple things in your business, you're not going to have a thriving business. So you need to work this as a business, and you'll get paid like a business. You hear that all the time, but it's so true. So, yeah. Anybody else? Because your girl's tired. I did not nap today.
I was gonna say, I think we'll wrap it up. It's almost 10 o'clock. So I recorded to the cloud, and I'm not able to stop the recording. I know it is recording, but you just have to do it on your end. So I'll get this uploaded tomorrow, and we'll share with you guys. And I just want you guys to know that